We decided that visiting Siler City would be a good choice for this field trip because it's so close to the university and yet so vastly different. In 30 minutes drive you leave a fairly metropolitan university town and go to a much more rural community with a history of agriculture and industry. Siler City is also somewhat unique in North Carolina because of the demographic changes it's experienced over the last 20 years, being one of the first, if not the only, city that I'm aware of in North Carolina with a majority Latino population and all the dynamics that that's brought with it. So I really wanted them to go there and have an opportunity not only to see the impact that immigration has had on the community, but also to see the changes that have happened for populations that have been there for much longer, the Anglo-American, African-American communities, how all of these communities are responding to changes in the economy, the loss of industry, and how they're working together to find new ways of addressing social needs and to find other ways of making a livelihood. So we left the School of Social Work in Chapel Hill, and our first stop was at Siler City Elementary School. We have a relationship there with the school social worker, Sally Scholl, who has been able to talk to us about what it's like being a social worker in a school in which the majority of students now are Latinos, working with incorporating bilingual education and also finding ways to meet the needs of students who often don't have enough to eat at home. So developing a gardening program for students to take food home.
So although it's a garden club, there are a lot of social work benefits to it. We call it a garden club. But I watch the students grow in confidence when they master it. And they love teaching other people too, which is a great benefit of it. So, and just to see the kids take pride and want to come back the next year or have ownership over it, that's really rewarding too.
Chatham Together serves the whole county. We have mentoring, we have community service and restitution, we have teen court, we have a program called Family Advocacy, we have Workforce Investment Act, and really our original service was mentoring. I came to Chatham County in 1974, and I used to come to Siler City, and there wasn't any, it felt like it was a town that had started to be deserted. A lot of people had left. The demographics were black and white for the most part. Things are still changing here. We have a very wealthy population in the northeast part of the county, and so we have a lot of diversity within the county.
I think Siler City is a great place to live if we compare with other counties, especially for Latinos. I'm sure you know about the 287G program that finally was cut off out of Alamance County because of the racism. So we're glad we don't have those kind of things here. And that aspect, people can live a little bit more free.
My main focus is family advocacy for Latino families. And I'm so passionate about the two programs that I do. And I was a parent and had to learn how to navigate the systems, mental health, the schools, court, DSS, and juvenile justice. So you name it. And there were nothing here, no domestic violence, nothing. So it was a big challenge, and that's why and how I learned and became a family advocate.
So I want to point out that what the Coalition for Family Peace is about is cultural change and working with organizations throughout the community and also doing the prevention work and working with families. I've done presentations for the Veterans Treatment Program at the Coalition and also for the Families Program and the kids. So we really are talking about education across generations, and that's revolutionary.
This is the second time we've taken this trip to Siler City, and what students pointed out most about the experience was the opportunity to see theories and principles of community practice in action, to see how social workers really make a difference in the lives of the community, and to see how actually visiting a community, seeing a community, understanding community members' needs helps influence the decisions that we make as policymakers, as program developers, as service providers. It really helps at a completely unique perspective. I hope that students will take away from this experience that the people they work with, the individuals, the families they work with, never exist in a vacuum. They live in a much larger system. They live in neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are parts of towns or cities, and cities are part of larger communities and counties, and that if you're going to work with one part of the system, you really have to understand all of the overlapping systems.